In this week's What's Going Around report, there's more than the flu to worry about. Ben's family will have something that not only may help them get through that part, it will probably help them cope with this tragedy for years to come. Anytime you go out to eat in Harrisonburg, you may have a bit of sticker shock once you get this bill, because the truth of the matter is in Harrisonburg, you're going to be paying a total of 11.5% in taxes. Antique buying and selling has gained popularity thanks to reality shows like American Pickers.
And I'm wearing my purple a little bit better than Mel today.
You know, we're practically twins, except you're a guy, you have a lot less hair, I have a lot more color, and your eyes are blue. Other than that, practically twins.
We're twins.
This is the 11-page report. It details everything you can think of surrounding that mid-air crash between a medical helicopter and a single-engine plane. A little girl is recovering after a fall from the stands at JMU's Convocation Center.
I'd love to play golf at Augusta sometime, but I don't think I'm quite skilled enough or quite socially relevant enough to get there. Yes.
You wouldn't get invited to putt-putt golf, Darren.
Thank you, Mel.
I think you're going to get some comments from people upset that it's not going to be a white Christmas.
Well, we're getting as close as we can.
Mm-hmm. Make some phone calls, George. I thought you had control over this.
Yeah.
You're watching WHSV News 3. 11 minutes of nonstop news and weather starts right now.
Appalled, disgusted, and unbelievable.
Those are just a few words some lawmakers in the state are using in response to an idea from the governor. Good evening, everyone. I'm John Rogers.
And I'm Melanie Lofton. Those comments coming after Governor McDonald suggested a discussion about arming school officials to try to prevent gun violence. He mentioned it on his Ask the Governor radio show on WTOP. Take a listen.
I know there's been a knee-jerk reaction against that.
Now that is the comment, and it is getting strong reaction from legislators and school administrators.
Stephanie Escobar met with one who says no way and a parent who says why not. The idea is finding support among some of our viewers.
That's right. We took the issue to Facebook to get some of your reaction. And Paul David John Jenkins says, I think it's a great idea.
Annie Raymond said,
We are learning what the president supports when it comes to keeping our children safe in schools. A White House spokesman says President Obama supports Senator Dianne Feinstein's plan to introduce a bill to ban assault weapons. Obama supported such a ban in his 2008 campaign, but failed to press for it during his first term. And the president also supports closing the gun show loophole for buying guns and would consider a ban on high-capacity ammunition clips.
President Obama spoke today.
Several people are also calling on the country to reevaluate its mental health care system. Mental health advocates in our area agree. The Harrisonburg-Rockingham Community Services Board says the demand for mental health care keeps increasing, yet it doesn't have enough money to help everyone. Director Lacey Whitmore says in 2009, the state cut 10% of its funding. With less money, people who want to get help have to either wait longer or they're sent somewhere else.
We're getting several years, the demand that's there.
Whitmore says his agency wants to start helping people with autism, but money is getting in the way of that too. And this woman will soon face an Albemarle County judge. She's charged with stealing money from a private school for emotionally troubled and mentally ill students. 40-year-old Mary Anderson is accused of embezzling about $27,000 from the Lafayette School and Treatment Center over a period of 3.5 years. She's free on a personal recognizance bond. Now to an update on how good neighbors are giving back in memory of two young students. More than $900 was raised in memory of Jackson Reel and Sindel Ward. The two were killed in a car accident earlier this year. All the money collected was just donated to Turner Ashby High School. $457 went to the wrestling club and $457 went to the drama club. The new at 11, $4 million is about to be spent in Churchville.
That money will be used to replace the bridge on Route 250.
The activity coming.
I think you're going to get some comments from people upset that it's not going to be a white Christmas.
Well, we're getting as close as we can.
Mm-hmm. Make some phone calls, George. I thought you had control over that.
Yeah. Well, okay then. I'll be on the phone for the next couple of days, folks.
All right.
Okay, do what you can. If you were to try to think of where you'd pay the most taxes, you might think of a big city like New York or San Francisco. As Melanie Lofton found out, you'd be wrong. Mel?
Well, John, everyone knows you must pay the tax man, but what you may not know is how much you're paying him compared to other cities. So I did a little research and found out that here in the Valley, We may be paying more than anyone else in the country when it comes to taxes on dining out. It's a story you'll see only on 3. The Shenandoah Valley, home of beautiful mountains, rich Civil War history, and some of the highest tax rates in the country when it comes to eating out.
That's pretty crazy.
That's how most people responded when we showed them this, the Tax Foundation rankings of the 50 biggest cities and the taxes you pay when you go out to eat. It combines state sales tax plus the city's meals tax. Minneapolis tops the list at 10.775%. Anytime you go out to eat in Harrisonburg, you may have a bit of sticker shock once you get this bill, because the truth of the matter is in Harrisonburg, you're going to be paying a total of 11.5% in taxes. That not only makes it the highest in the state, but possibly the highest in the country.
I would say that's a problem.
Restaurant owner Aaron Ludwig says he has to explain it to visitors all the time.
They're used to, 4 or 5% wherever they live. So when they see it here, yeah, there's a lot of people that just kind of blows their mind that they see it's that high.
Stanton and Waynesboro aren't far behind. In those cities, you'll be paying a combined 11% in taxes for dinner, and that's more than what you'll pay in Chicago, Washington, D.C., even Los Angeles and New York.
No, I think it should be lower.
Even though it sounds bad, Stanton Mayor Lacey King says there are reasons this is better than alternatives.
It is reasonable, and one reason is because it is a user tax. The 6% meals tax is a user tax, and people that don't eat out don't pay that.
King says another benefit is that it's a tax shared with visitors. Someone visiting the Frontier Culture Museum won't use the schools and usually don't need police protection, but they help pay for it when they pay the meals tax. And John, something else Mayor King noted when I talked to him about this story, the combined sales tax and meals tax is amongst the highest in the country. But he mentioned that in some of those bigger cities like New York, for example, the lodging tax there is significantly higher than what's here.
So depending on everything, it may end up balancing out.
May end up balancing out, and in those places, the total tax all around probably significantly higher, but still interesting to note, that a cup of coffee at Starbucks, for example, will cost you more here in Harrisonburg than it would in New York City.
All right, interesting looking at the numbers.